Today is September 9th. I will be talking about creating your altar. It is 7:30 and my name is Josephine Ghiringhelli, and I'm always so happy to be here with all of you to talk about, to share a lesson about what it is to have an altar, what having an altar will do for us, for all of us. I go to my altar every single day, and I have different I'm going to talk about the elements, and I will show you some of the elements that I have at my altar. But what I also did, which I'd like to share, I have some pictures of different altars that I am going to put up for you, so you get an idea of what, some other people's altars are like. And hi, Lori. How are you? Hi, Diane. Okay, so we're going to talk about the elements, and I want to put up the first picture because, and if you have your phones handy, I think this is a really wonderful picture, and it will give you an indication of what the elements are, and then it'll also tell you what you can actually use and give you an example of what the elements are. Okay, so let's see. Let me put up the first picture. Okay, I think if you have, as I said, if you could grab your phone and if you could take a picture of this, I think this is very, very helpful, because I want to begin by saying what the elements are that you could place on your altar. Of course, the altar is a sacred space. It's an area in your home, even in your office, because an altar could be really anywhere. It could be as elaborate as you want it to be. It could be as simple as you want it to be. So if you're looking at, you're going to have the elements of fire, water, earth, air, and you will be given some examples of what what each and every one of them are. And of course, the fire, the element of fire, and you want to have all the elements placed on your altar. So one of everything that you get, by the way, you want to put a lot of intention behind it. You really do, because it's going to be your essence that is going to be in your altar. It's a reflection of who you are. It's your energy completely in the altar, that your sacred space. By the way, I do want to say, now that I'm thinking about it, it will be in a place where you really would like for it to be in a place where it's your sacred space. So if you can have it, off from having other people, if they come to touch your altar, it really is something that you want to cleanse the space, and we're going to speak about that. But if you could try to have it someplace where it's going to be, your own space, and not have everyone come in and touch things. So with the fire, all these, I take a lot of time to get the different things that I put in my altar. So this one has the cross, and that we talk a lot about the different stones and gems, which also will be on your altar. But this one has the the amethyst, which of course is for the third eye, for clear vision. And you can have inside of your candle, you can have whatever color. We talked about color in the aura. For those of you who haven't seen that lesson, you can go, once again, you could go on YouTube, on my YouTube, subscribe to it, press that little bell, and you will get, by the way, alerts for when I'm doing my lessons. But if you want to go on there and look at color in the aura, that's going to give you a lot of information about what each and every color means. And if you want to put a particular, if you are looking to say a prayer for, let's say, healing, and you want to put in a green candle, you want to put a color of lavender or purple, because you want to maybe open up the third eye for yourself, and you want to raise your own consciousness and your own intuitive ability. So that's something you want to think about as well. So you want to choose your color that's in your candle carefully. I, by the way, I have the white only because it incorporates all of the colors. It incorporates all of them. And so that will be, then we have the water. And so that will be, of course, just, some of these things, the seashells. And you can have actually, a water bowl. And this is the conch shell, the beautiful conch shell that I have. And so that is representative of the water. And you can also, this is blessed. This is the blessed holy water. So this is the literal water that has been blessed. At one time, I was actually giving these out to the people who were coming to see me for readings. And I should say the people that were coming to me for my classes at the time, because I was teaching about that, creating your sacred space and your altar, and everyone in the class got one of these that were actually blessed. Okay, and then we have for the air, you can actually put a feather. You could even, it says butterfly, but you could even draw a picture of a butterfly. This doesn't have to be so, technical if you don't want it to be. I want to share with you some of my, the bird feathers that I have on my altar. This is the opposite side. So you want to, so I have, the black, the obsidian stone, the black obsidian is for, protection. And so these black feathers, which are actually so beautiful, are a part of my altar, my very sacred space. This is another one of the feathers, which I'm sharing with you what I have. If you look at this, birds are just so beautiful. They were all ready. No bird was harmed. I want you to know that. This is the opposite side. And oftentimes you may find in your walk, I did share with you, I believe, that story of, when I was doing my prayer and I was walking the path, and I was actually talking to my son, and I found a little feather on the path, and I knew that was the sign from him. And I was actually sitting on his memorial bench in Heritage Park in Mount Sinai, and it was very, it was just beautiful. I was praying to him, and as I looked to the side, I saw the feather, which meant, for him to let me know that he was there. And then so these are a few of mine. You can have your own feathers on your altar. And then we have, everyone is aware of the fire, water, earth, air, but then there is the fifth element, which is spirit. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Let me first now, I want to put the first altar picture that I have. And let me just go back. Okay, so I did put the altar picture. It's a little bit of a delay for me, but you'll see it right away. Okay, so, and hi Mandy. Okay, so once again, there's a little bit of a delay here on my end, but so that's the first altar picture that I wanted to put up just to let you see. Again, it could be as elaborate or as simple as you want it to be. So we have the beautiful, beautiful amethyst. You could put different crystals on your altar. Here you see if you want to put the fresh flowers, which is, you always want to embrace your altar, say your prayer, clear your space, and then put your intention of, why you're there if you have a particular intention, which is always usually the case. So if you look on here, you'll see the crystals, you'll see the flowers, which is of course the gift to God, to your angels above. And let me hear now. Okay, so okay, so let me go back. This is a little, I have to go back and forth when I put the pictures up or take the pictures down. So now, okay, I want to answer this. Oh, hi, Michelle from Connecticut. How are you? Hi, Lorraine. Okay, your question was, okay, let me just go back. Someone had asked me a question. Hopefully you're still on here. I just want to go back a little bit because these go so rapidly. Okay, so Cash, she's asking me, do you ever read people's names? Do you ever read people's names and a family or someone just jumps in to talk to you? Okay, I'm assuming that you're meaning when I do readings and I'm bringing in spirit to people, for people, their loved ones, their family, their friends. Uh, does another spirit jump in? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that is what they do, by the way. So it's, family members, it's, blood connection, sometimes not. So hopefully that answered your question. Thank you all, by the way, for sharing. For those of you who do not hear this, we have some new members on here, and they're telling me that they found me due to you sharing this. So take those of you who have not, please do that. I appreciate that. We have some new people on here. Welcome aboard. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Okay, good. So Michelle is saying to me that she follows me and it came on a notification. And that's because you're following over here. And for those of you who missed the lessons in the past, you could go right on to my YouTube. They're all there. I'm not sure what number I'm up to, but they are all listed there on Josephine Ghiringhelli Psychic Medium. Press subscribe and then the bell, according to, I just was talking to a colleague and they said that you have to press that. There's a little bell on there and then you get the alerts and notifications, because I'll be doing a lot on YouTube as well. Oh, good. I'm glad that you have this. She's saying, and this is Karen. She says, remember me? I walked in your son's garden with you and released balloons. Ah, that's, for those of you, and most of you know this, I lost my son, James. He was 21 years old on October 4th, 2009. And that's the memorial bench I'm speaking about. That when I walk Heritage Park, he has a memorial bench there, and I was speaking to him and praying. And I look to the side, and that's just one of the signs, one of the many signs that he gives me. And so Karen was saying that she did. I did a balloon release. I usually every year do that. And for the first few years, it was quite grand. It was a lot of people, and it was quite beautiful. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of that. And hi, Gina. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Camille. And thank you for that emoji, Janice. Okay, so Carol is asking me this question. I'm going to speak more about, because I have some of the things that I brought in to share with you. The cleansing, the feather that you use. This is mine in particular. So when you light your sage, I'm going to respond to you right now in 1 second. When you light your sage to cleanse your area, you can use the sage stick, by the way. You can use either the sage stick, which I have right here, and then you could also use, I just want to make sure I have a delay on mine. You'll see this right away. And when you light the sage stick, you want to say your prayer, of course. And then you have the loose sage right here. Someone did ask me if I sell these things. I don't. I don't sell these things. You could get them many different places, many locations. You could get it on Amazon, in Port Jefferson, and Vision Crystal. There's many different places. And as I said, so simple on Amazon. I once again, I don't sell them. And if it comes a time when I do, I will certainly let you know. But Carol is saying, Josephine, do you believe in the evil eye? My mom always wanted me to wear something red under my clothes because people look at you and give you the evil eye. The reason I'm laughing, Carol, is because my father in particular, I lost my parents the same day, 42 minutes apart. They were true twin flames. If you go on my website, josephineg.com, and the sidebar dedications, you can see all the dedications that I have. You can see what I have to them. I put their story down. Their story is the notebook. Very beautiful. When one passed, 42 minutes later, the other passed, but their story is there. And I have dedications to my parents, my son, my sister, my brother. And my father would say, he was all Italian, and he would always say to me, oh, there's someone who is giving, how did he say it? It was so funny. The horn. I guess, the Italians have, the horn. If there's somebody Italian here, correct me, help me out. But my father would say, oh my God, he would say, you say the sign of the cross right away. But, if you look at it metaphysically, the same thing, just different terminology. It's not that the thing is, I don't believe in the evil eye. And the reason for that, because I do get people who come to see me for readings, and they say to me, you know what, Josephine, I've just had such a run of bad luck. I think that someone has put a curse on me. I can't tell you how many times that I've heard that. Someone is putting a curse on me, and I think that's why I'm having a run of bad luck. The thing that can give credence to someone who's sending you negative energy is for you giving them the power, for you saying, oh my God, this person is sending me negativity, and then you become afraid of it. Well, what's happening is you're creating your own negativity. You're creating your own level of paranoia and fear, because fear will bring in negative energy, and that's the last thing that you want to do. Please know that. So there's negative energy. There's positive, negative, that's for sure. But you never want to give your power away. You want to stand firm, and go use holy water, say your prayer, and just know that you can clear the energy, surround yourself with the white light, do your self-protection always. And you want to say your prayer, and then center yourself. And so whatever it is that your prayer is, I've shared mine many times with all of you. I always will breathe in the white light in through the crown chakra, the top of the head, into the solar plexus, out through the mouth. And I will always use the Trinity. Mother, Father, God, I humbly ask of you to surround me with the white light and keep any negativity out of my auric field, and for it to be dispersed into the universe for positive, loving energy. And anytime I feel that is my prayer. That is what I say. And you want to formulate, your own. So, but if wearing that red worked for you and it helped your mother to know that you were safe, it's not hurting anybody. And all that is doing, it's an instrument, just like people will have the obsidian stones, the black stones, for protection. It's basically the same thing. So that's fine. And hi, Nick, how are you? Kathleen, you went to school with my son. Oh, that's really nice. I'm glad. I'm glad about that. That warms my heart tonight. So that's another way of my son saying to me, Mom, I'm here. Mom, I'm right here. I'm listening. Hi, Dawn, quick hello. That's fine. Okay, so, and Carol is saying she's been thinking about her son so very much, and she's been finding pennies all over. Which she really doesn't see them often. Is that your son's way of telling you that he's around you and you miss him terribly? Of course you do, Carol. And yes, that is certainly your son's way of letting you know that he is there with you. Your brother's husband passed in March. So my brother's husband passed in March. The other day he came out of the house and inside his gate was a dead bird, and outside there were pigeons laying on their back, spread wings. You know, we never want to look at something like that as something negative, because I will tell you, even in the tarot cards, when you pull the tarot cards, the death card, all that means is new beginnings. So with the birds that are there, that's new beginnings. So his soul ascended into heaven, and there's new beginnings for your brother as well. And healing, it doesn't have to mean a relationship, doesn't have to mean that, but a wonderful healing process. Because remember, we never get over anyone that we lose. We just learn to deal with it, right? And we learn to live with it as best as we can. So we will never, they will always be in our hearts and in our minds. And hello, Lori and Liz and Mitzi. Hi, you're new. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Always love that. Yeah, so Jessica, you're sharing with us that you can feel the energy around you all the time. And is it a man or a woman? See, the thing is also, you want to tap in yourself, and you want to ask them, because believe me, when you ask, you're going to receive the answer. So I do want you to know that you could figure that out for yourself, and you probably have a combination of both, just so that you know. Hi from Brooklyn, Anne Marie from Brooklyn. Welcome, welcome. Do you have to use a feather to spread the sage smoke? No, no, please know that you do not need to have a feather to use the sage. You could just hold it in your hand, and then just, you know, with your other hand, just allow it to circulate in the room. Oh, okay. Janine is saying to me, yes, they call yes, they call it the Malokia. Malokia, yeah. You know, they were very superstitious back then, and they, without even knowing it, because my grandmother was a healer, and she spoke tongues, which was pretty far out, kind of freaky when you're young, but she would speak in tongues, and she was a healer without even knowing it. I mean, she would heal our headaches and things of that nature without really understanding what it is that she was doing. She didn't realize that she was a healer. Yes, or the horns, which sometimes, you know, my father would, sometimes they would wear, of course, the cross, say the sign of the cross, and just wear different things in order to feel like they were protected. And you know what I say? If it works, do it. Do it. Oh, it doesn't matter if you spelled it wrong. Just thank you for responding to that. Yeah. Okay. And you know what? Nikki, you're sharing what you just put on your altar, and your altar is in your bedroom, which is, I mean, that's fine. So then you want to be even extra careful about what you put on it, because there are certain things that will create the third eye opening up, and that may cause you to have a lot of dreams. But you're sharing that yours are negative, but you know, that just has to do with a lot of things that are going on in your life, and oftentimes that will bring in, if you're anxious, if you're going through something in your life and there's an anxiousness, then, you know, the dreams are going to be overwhelming. But it always relates to what's going on in your life. The dreams are yes, the dreams will go to the past, the present, and the future. That's for sure. So be very mindful. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It just may be opening up your third eye, so that you're having a lot of dreams. And we all want to, you know, we always want to remember our dreams. That's such a gift. You know, lucid dreaming is a gift. Any kind of dream. We have to dream. We dream about 6 times a night, usually about every hour and a half, providing we all get enough sleep, which is very important. That's one of the things that I regard as #1 priority. Good sleep. Healthy healthy living and good sleep. Drink a lot of water and all that, but you guys know that. Okay. Yes, Jessica, she has a lot of the lights and different signs. And we do want to ask them for signs. We absolutely do. I want to put up another, Mary, that's okay that you're late. I want to put up another picture, and then I want to share with you some other information about, no, I put that one up already. Let's put this one. Okay, I'm putting up another example of an altar because please understand everybody's altars are going to be different. So this is another example of an altar. For those of you who are very much into the saints, I love my saints, that's for sure. This altar has the Blessed Virgin Mary in the middle, and of course the candles, as I showed you. If you want to have the candle, this is my candle for those of you who came in late. That's mine. You can, the color in it. You just have to make sure what color you want to put in it. And then you want to have your crystals. There's so many different types of crystals because I showed you the conch shell that I have that is representative, for the shells, the water. And then there's the different, I have many different stones that I actually put in it. So you can decide what stone that you want to put in it. I always share with you the rough cut, but they're a little heavy. And I do have those, but if you can only get the polished, this is the amethyst. So because I always have a bunch of those as well, because I like to carry them with me. You always want to charge them, keep them clean, salt water. I love the beach, so I go to the beach and I actually collect some of the beach water, and that's how I cleanse my stones, especially in the summer months. You definitely want to do that, and that is the best way. You can get the sea salt, of course, from anywhere. You can go to the grocery store, and you will see the sea salt. But if you look at this wonderful, they have the dream catcher for Nikki. When you were saying about the dreams, the really pretty dream catcher is here. So, and then you always want to, if you can, put the fresh flowers. I always have flowers because this is an altar of sorts that's behind me. And I do that because this is a sacred space for me when I'm speaking to you. And so you have your flowers, you have your angels. I have all different sorts of angels. If you want to put Confucius at home, my altar has my son Michael bought a huge, big, beautiful Buddha for me, which I love, the Buddha. And, you can look up the whole history behind the Buddha, but, we always want to rub their little belly for good luck. But they have such a happiness about them. And so, if you have your Buddha and I have many, many different sorts of angels that I put. Yeah, this is not, I'll just hold it in front of me because I can't tell when it's on the screen. But, I have my different beautiful angels that I put on my altar. So I have my big angels that I have. This is the amethyst angel that is from, Gina, I think you're watching. So how beautiful is that? That opens up the third eye. And then this is part of these, because I have my altar at work and I also have my altar at home. I'm at work. I do these at work. And this is the rough cut. Remember, I always said to you, if you can have, because I actually was just at the beach for the memorial for the you know what I'm saying, for the holiday that just passed. And I brought home from the beach water and cleansed all of my stones, and then I put them in the sun. You could see this from the side. It's just amazing. It's just so beautiful. And so whatever it is, whatever stones you want to get, you're all going to have different ideas of what you want to bring into your life, right? What you want to open up, whether it's the third eye or the solar plexus chakra. And remember, we talked about the candles, the fresh flowers. If you want to have different, the cross, I think Michael moved it. I had a very beautiful cross that I put on as well. And then, when I put on I have different size stars that I put on mine as well. And this represents, the dreams, what we want to bring into our life. And that's what you also want to think about when you choose what you want to put on your altar. For me, it's the circle. The circle inside of the star is infinity, right? The circle of love, and the dreams and the stars and the moon and all of that have many, many different symbologies on my altar. And I wanted to show you this one because the altar could be in a very simple place. It could be on a piece of furniture, but you want to definitely have it and choose something that you love and is meaningful for you. You could see there's the conch shell that's there. They have a little butterfly that's there as well. Okay, I want to show you because I think some of you came in late. So I want to go, let me show you another altar. Because listen, everyone has different things that are important to them, different personalities, certainly. And this picture is, she decided to put all different kinds of flowers. I don't know if these are fresh. If you can get the fresh ones, then that's beautiful. But if you can't and you want to buy them, that's fine. The reason I chose this one is because there's fruit on here. And I went by my big Buddha that I have at my home and a huge rose quartz, which is for unconditional love. And it's a rough cut, just beautiful. I put fruit there. I will put, like, every few weeks, I will put, depending on what the fruit is. I have the symbolic fruit, which I decided that I put that there and I cleanse it. And, I put the plastic fruit. And sometimes I'll put the apple. I'll keep it there for a few days. Whatever it is I decide that I want to offer as a gift. You always, if you ask, my mother and my father would always say, ask and ye shall receive. But your intention, you want to go in with a pure, beautiful intention when you're asking for whether it be good health or solidarity or prosperity or abundance on whatever level that you are asking for. That's really important. That's why you always, you want to light your candle. You want to clear your area with the sage because those are gifts. You're asking for something you certainly want to give back. I want to put this up again. So for those of you who might want to take a picture of it, somebody was asking me to put it back up. So remember, we have all of the elements, and there really are 5 when you think about it, because when you have spirit, spirit is the pure intention, the energy that you approach life and everything that you do with. And so in your altar, there's also the pureness of spirit that's here as well. So, and this is a part of what I was saying to you before. Place your sacred items and other sentimental and meaningful items on your altar. That's for sure. And you want to purify and bless your space. And then you want to say your prayer. I shared with you what my prayer is, but you're going to have your own of what you feel that you want to say. And this is a picture of course, another altar, because altars are whatever you want them to be, whatever piece of furniture that is important to you, that you want to have as your sacred space. So this is a piece of furniture. This is in her room. She actually has this in a whole separate room. She's fortunate enough to have the extra space. If you don't, that's fine. So someone said they have it in their bedroom. Another person said that they have it in their spare room. They've made it. This is, she's made this her prayer room. Her spare room is totally dedicated. and she has a little pillows, and you may want to have a little rug. And if you see behind me, I have my pretty cloth that I have, and I think I have another picture I'm going to put up that you will see. Okay, yes, let me leave this up for a couple of moments. So, okay, so this is, if you look, this cloth, and then you have the candles, you have the flowers, the fresh flowers, the beautiful colors. We talked about what the different colors mean. So you can have whatever it is that you choose on your altar. And I want to just say with the earth could be a combination of flowers, crystals, stones, the land animals image. The air, of course, would be the natural incense, which I showed you. And then the feathers for the air, because the bird is of the air, right? And then the water. Some people have a chalice. I have a beautiful chalice that I've had for decades. It's magnificent. You could actually put your sacred cup, or your own. You could buy a cup that maybe has a cross on it or a stone on it, whatever is meaningful to you. That's really important. So it's the fire, water, earth, air, and then spirit would be the fifth element. I wanted to also, let me just see. So let me also share this. I have in front of me, let me take this down so you could, if you want to take a picture of it, I just keep it up long enough that you could do that. I want to make sure that I put up, I'm going to put that book up in a moment. I showed you that these are the different altars. I want to make sure I went through all of them. Okay, so this one I didn't put up, but I wanted you to see this because this can also be, this is exactly what I was saying, the sacred space. So this person has their tapestry that is up that's very meaningful to them. Those of you who have been in my office, I have the angels. I'm looking at it right now. My beautiful angel tapestry with all the lights around her, blessing all of those here on earth. And so that's for everyone that walks into my office. That is blessing everyone that is entering in and allowing for spirit and for the sacred one to bring all positive energy to everyone. And they have all their beautiful stones that are here. They have their candles and their flowers, and maybe even their sacred books that are important to them. Buddha, Confucius, all of the who represents to you love, light, the godly energy, those that are here to create a better world. That's for sure. So I do want to make sure that I say to all of you, and take the pictures, I have it up long enough that you could do so. Okay, so I want to summarize. Oh, okay, let me just say, she says she has some of those on her bookshelf, her bedrooms, her candles, her crystals, her vase, her cherub, beautiful. And she will get the other elements. Okay, so Carol's saying, Joe, if I want to get a private reading from you, how do I go about it? I met you once before. I can't remember where. I have your pen. I give out pens to those. I do, big group readings as well. So if you want a reading from me, you just call the office. It's 631-698-4089. Just wait until I get off, because a lot of times when I do tell people what my office number is, they'll try to call me now. So the ringer is off. But again, it's 631-698-4089. You can call for a private reading or go on my website, josephineg.com, sidebar readings. And that's how you would make the appointment. Everything is on the website, and, the office email, and the phone number. And that's all you have to do is just leave the message that you saw me here and that you want to make an appointment for a reading. And just to let you know, I just want to let everyone know, yes, I'm doing the group readings in the office now, small group readings. And I am doing the group readings of 10 in the homes. I will travel out only within a certain radius because I won't travel more than an hour away. That's my limit. And it's always groups of 10. So, and once again, you can go on my website on the readings page and it'll give you all the details on that. And also, I am doing, I believe we're going to be starting soon, the first of the big group readings. That's into next year. So what I'm saying is I'm already booking them. So if you know of someone that is looking to do a fundraiser, and it may be groups of, 20 or 30, and I'm going into 2021 already. So if you know of a restaurant or a fire department, ladies auxiliary, just you can just call the office to make arrangements to have me be the host and do a group reading. Okay. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned altar locations. Some don't have a lot of options. Bedroom. Yeah. The thing is, do you buy the feathers or have to find them yourself? You could buy feathers, but see, the thing is, for me, everything always has to be very personal. So yes, you could buy the feathers, that's for sure. My feathers always have very personal meanings, and as yours will have for you as well. So, and if you find them, that's even better. When you find a feather, you can put that on there. Because like I said, when I was walking and my son James wanted me to know, Mom, I'm right here. I'm right by you. I hear you praying. I put that on my altar as well. Yeah, you could. The thing is, with Buddha, yes, there's certain south, east, west, north. But when I'm praying, I sometimes will move it according to how spirit is moving me. But overall, yes, that is true. And me too, Nick. I love the angels. Okay. I think you're saying you love my angel. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I do love my angels. These are the magic wands. So this is the magic wand has of course, the beautiful clear quartz, and then it has the rose quartz for the unconditional love here and here. And I want to show you because it has the little fairy. Hopefully you're going to see that with the wings. And then it has the shells. So it has all the elements on here, by the way. So I guess it's not showing it to you. I'll just do this. It's just so beautiful. And there's many different wands that you could get. Everybody has different taste of what it is that you want. This is my other wand. I've had these for decades. I just, clean them, clear them. This is my other, has all, the energy of the chakra. The chakra is the clear quartz, the amethyst. And hopefully you're seeing that a little bit clearer. They're so beautiful. And I've shared with you my crystal ball, Inner Vision. This has such a pure energy about it. Of course, it's the round shape, which is the infinity. All the energy is held within. So it's magical. And I actually put it in my amethyst bowl. So if you look, you know how long it takes for this to be, light years. It's amazing. It's amazing. But I actually this is heavy. So I will put my crystal ball in here. And I've had this once again for decades. I just love it. It's amazing and it's magical. And So if you look at that, isn't that a vision to behold? It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Um, just so that you know, also, as I always say, we have the yin yang, we have the feminine, and we have the masculine. And I have this also as one of an, or what for me, I always like the round because that's the infinity. It's the never ending circle of life, of love. It's so meaningful. So this is part of what I have on my altar. But all these things are so very important to me. There's a story behind everything it is that I have. Everything. I have a lot of other little wonderful things that I put on my altar. I had a few things, I think Michael moved them, that I was going to share with you. But anyway, yes, yes, and I love the fruit, so I will absolutely put fruit on mine. Do you have to use sage? Well, that's sage is. As opposed to what? I'm not quite sure what you're asking me, but you definitely sage is good. um, Denise, of course, a close college friend told you that he is dying today. I'm very sad. Can we pray together for him? Absolutely. Everyone says prayers for your friend. Very much so. I will put up, Debbie is asking me to put up the book again. Yes, I will. Anthony, hi, how are you? Hey, you as well. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that it's been very helpful. Livia, pretty name. Okay, so you're so funny. Next week we should, I'm not sure what that means. We should be on the TV. Okay. I just want to make sure. Hi, everybody. Hi, Florida. Hi, Pennsylvania. Hi, New Jersey, Staten Island. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I'm from Clinton Hill, and right around the corner from Pratt Institute in Brooklyn. Love it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that well, we pray for Anthony. She said his name is Anthony. So I just wanted to, hopefully you got all that information. Oh, yes, let me put the book up because you asked me to put that book up. Here we go. And by the way, hearts, we always want to send the emoji hearts. My heart is with you. Heart, heart, heart. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here is the book. Someone asked me to put that up, so I want to make sure that you have that there for you. And I just want to okay, here we go. Your altar, creating a sacred space for prayer and meditation. I think this is a good book. So, I mean, there's many, many different books that you can get, but this is one of them. And hi, Jackie. Thank you for the heart. So everyone send your hearts over because the hearts are for all of you. My heart is with yours. Next week, please know that it is going to be the chakras. This is very intense, very important for all of us. Next week will be the energy of the chakra and how to open up your different chakras. Very valuable information. Hi from Center Reach, Michelle. So, okay, so the book is up. You have all the information. Next week, it is going to be the chakra. There's never enough time. I had so much more information and some, oh, I didn't get a chance to, there is the spray of the white sage. I did want to let you know that. So if some people are very sensitive to the smell from the sage, you can certainly use the spray. That's okay. Whatever, by the way, whatever works. You want to you want to approach your altar with a lot of reverence and say your prayers and put out your good intention of what it is that you're looking to have come into your life. Okay, so my heart to your heart, thank you so much for coming on. Thank God there was no glitches or anything like that. And go on to all the lessons. If you have not seen them, they are on YouTube. So if you want to go there, and I would appreciate it if you could all subscribe to that, by the way. If you want to go on to Josephine Ghiringhelli, it takes a second. I would appreciate that. To go on there and press subscribe, and you could press that little bell over there, because I hear that that's what you need to do in order to get the alert. Yes, and sometimes people, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people don't like the smell of the sage, and they like, to have the spray. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I so look forward to seeing you every week. It's my pleasure to help you. And that's what gives me comfort when you tell me that the information is helping you. That is what it is all about. So we pray for the world. We pray for all of us. And the intention is to create a sacred space for ourselves, whether it be through your special altar or your special location it is that you have. It doesn't matter, but it would be nice that it could be as simple and as easy as you want it to be. That's why I shared the pictures with you. Okay, thank you and good night, and thank you for being a part of this. I will see you next week when we will talk about the chakras. Good night, Janice. Thank you for always having the best emojis. And Jackie, thank you, and have a blessed week as well. God bless. Bye-bye.